Woo! The winner is the only I don't need to fight you. I'm already the undisputed tribal chief, baby.
Let's dance a bit, drink some more. You say you ain't doing good, you know I always know.
All right, this is Master Marks, and I'm coming back with another mother-loving goddamn live video. Shouts out to the AEW Pack Smokers, the Master Marks Militia, the Day One Doggy Bones, the Dogs of Devastation, the Snow Brothers, and the Black Horsemen. Today's video is a special requested video for the birthday boy. Now, his birthday isn't today when the video's coming out. His birthday is actually going to be on Sunday. So y'all make sure on Sunday y'all wish Marcus a happy motherfucking birthday, you fucking jobber. Make sure you wish him a happy birthday because it is on Sunday. Like I said, this video was special requested. If you want a special requested video, if you donate to the channel, we will make the content for you. Today's video is simply titled, here we go, Mercedes Mone Finessed TONYKHAN. Mercedes Mone finessed TONYKHAN. It's the biggest heist of the century. That's what TONYKHAN is. The biggest heist. She convinced TONYKHAN to pay her more money than WWE was willing to pay her. Mind you, she's up there, getting up there in age, and there's younger talent that's better than her. She finessed TONYKHAN into signing her to a contract with more money and more TV time than she would have gotten in WWE. Now, what does this mean? Mercedes Mone signing to AEW. First of all, I'm gonna just keep it 100. This bitch is garbage. She's the worst fucking wrestler in all of women's wrestling and all of women's wrestling, all of men's wrestling, all of men's wrestling, every single form of fucking wrestling. She is the worst. She's the worst. She's got the worst gimmick, the worst mic skills, the worst look, the worst attitude, the worst treatment towards fans. She's a nasty fucking person. She's a fucking jobber. Her in-ring work is garbage. She makes talent look less than what they need to look, including Camille. And I'm going off on a tangent and a rant real quick. Just I had to let that fucker be known. But TONYKHAN got finessed by her. He allowed her to convince him, probably off of sexual attraction and the fact that AEW is in the ground and dead and gone, and TONYKHAN will pay anybody to do everything. He convinced her, or she convinced him rather, excuse me, to sign her to a contract worth millions and millions of dollars. We've been talking about this shit for a year now. I'll take a sip of water. Now, what does that really mean for us? As people who are fans of wrestling, who see TONYKHAN constantly in repeated finessing. He's repeatedly being finessed. What does that mean for us? Absolutely fucking nothing. I could have told you right then and there that Mercedes Mone never gave a fuck about AEW, which I did. Mercedes Mone was a jobber, which I did. Mercedes Mone was a channel changer, which I did. All of those things that has been said about her, I already said that. Already. That's why she finessed TONYKHAN. She finessed him into thinking that she's worth more than what she is worth. To me, she not worth dog shit. Piss in a cup. Come in a cup. Some ass juices from the strip club. She not worth anything to me in the business of wrestling. And it's not because I'm sexist or I don't want to see women's wrestlers be successful. It's because I don't like nasty bitch ass people. I don't like people who spend their time treating others like they're less than. And that is what she does. She treated a man so less than that the nigga had to get a divorce from her ass. She finessed Tony Khan. She made Tony Khan, and I'm not talking about her husband anymore. We're talking about Tony Khan. So let's follow along. She made Tony Khan think in his mind that she truly gave a fuck about AEW, and she don't. And when it come out that she's leaving AEW because she's done all she's wanted to do and she's made a fucking mockery out of you, Tony Khan, you will then be again on the list of finessing. Because you've been finessed multiple times. You got finessed by Jade Cargill. You got finessed by CM Punk. You got finessed by Cody Rhodes. You're about to get finessed by anybody else who goes over there. You're getting finessed by Bobby Lashley. You got finessed by Adam Cole. You got finessed by Malachi Black, by Andrade, by all of these people who constantly go over there and make you think that they give a fuck about AEW, and they don't. But Mercedes is different. Because Tony Khan, he didn't say this about Powerhouse Hobbs. He didn't say this about Wardlow. These motherfuckers are non-existent. Matter of fact, Cheeseburger got a bigger pop than Powerhouse Hobbs did. Cheeseburger. I gotta take a drink, man. Cheeseburger. Cheeseburger got a bigger pop than Powerhouse Hobbs. Powerhouse Hobbs, you are a jobber. A jobber. Her finessing on Tony Khan is different this time, though. Because unlike all those other people who finessed him before, he has never said that one of those people were the face of the company. But Mercedes was. Big Business. You remember Big Business, right? He gave her own fucking pay-per-view in Boston just for her to debut. And as she debuts and the numbers go down, all of the women on the roster, they take a hit. Like when the match happened on Saturday and what's her name lose to her, that's the end of her. She has nothing else to do. It's over. Mercedes is beating her. Tony Khan, stop being a pussy. Put all the belts on Mercedes at once at this point. Fuck it. She bigger than Adam Cole. Put the heavyweight title on Mercedes, men and women. Fuck it. Even though I think she's a horse mouth ass girl. I think she looks like fucking Mr. Ed with bad wigs and a bad outfit. Look, let's talk about the outfit. Mercedes Mone is such a bad person, right? She's such a bad person. And I think that we'll make another video about her one day soon. You just watch. She's such a bad person that she took time to receive a ring outfit from her husband. And she was talking about how she was disgusted how it looks and she didn't want to wear it. Listen, beggars can't be choosers. Now she spent thousands and thousands of dollars on her ring gear and nobody gives a fuck. You spend $1,000 on ring gear for nobody to watch you? You're dumb as fuck. The Mercedes dumb A name is really true. You're fucking dumb. You're fucking delusional. You're out of your mind. Delulu is not even a word for you. You're ultra delulu. Because not only can you convince someone else to be delusional over you, but you've convinced yourself to be delusional as well. The shit that Tony Khan believe about you, you probably believe it as well. Camille is a bigger women's champion than you. She has a bigger legacy than you. She is the longest reigning NWA women's champion. And that is more legit and worth more in a legacy than everything you've done. Everything. Because you take your success in WWE and it washed away like piss in somebody's hand in the bathroom when they miss. You let it wash away. You could have became a legend, maybe. But then again, if we being honest, you can't talk on the mic. You're not better than Charlotte. You're not better than Becky. You're not better than Bailey. You're not better than Jada Parker, Jakara Jackson. You're not better than any of these women's wrestlers that are currently in the business. Though you fucking put out all of these tweets this year. That's why you got Crybaby of the Year at the Mask Awards. You put out tweets about how WWE, you felt like a big fish in a small pond. You felt like you could gain no opportunities in WWE. Mercedes, who the fuck were you before WWE? Who knew you? Who? It's not like you were Jacob Fatu and you were known outside of WWE. Or you're Zilla Fatu and you're known outside of WWE. Or you're AJ Styles and you're known outside of WWE. Shinsuke known outside of WWE. Hell, Sami Zayn known outside of WWE. You are a product of WWE. So how didn't they give you any opportunities? They not only fed you, they brought you a relationship with your husband. They got you a career with Disney, which is not so great. They gave you the opportunity to leave the company basically and go test the water somewhere else for all of these numbnuts who keep signing you. New Japan and AEW. Mercedes, you think you were somebody outside of WWE and you weren't. That's why, and I'm going to tell you this, that is why when you look at Mercedes Mone versus Sasha Banks, nobody gives a fuck about Mercedes Mone. They're already booing you. They don't care about you. Your theme song is garbage. You should not be allowed to be in a recording studio to record a theme song. That shit is trash. You are the definition of a life jobber. A life jobber. And of course, you Marcus Boo Boo, and I'm pretty sure in 5 years, you and Marcus Mone or Marcus Brown fuck Marcus Mone, Marcus Brown, y'all know who the fuck that is. You and Marcus are gonna probably get married and live the life and eat chili cheese wingdings, and you're gonna have some chili cheese carrots because you're a fucking horse. But at the end of the day, when you talk about your career and you talk about you the greatest wrestler of all time, are you on crack? Are you on heroin? Are you on PCP, Oxycontin, cocaine, MDMA? Like, what are you on? Because nothing you have done in your career is ever going to be better than John Cena, than The Rock, than Eddie Guerrero, than Trish Stratus, than Lita, than Charlotte, even Becky, even Bailey, Naomi, Tiffany Stratton will have a better career than you. Jada Parker's going to have a better career than you. And not to mention the real reason why you're there, because you got outshined by Bianca. You're not even going to have a better career than Bianca. People say that you made Bianca. Nigga, what? Stop smoking the fucking Mercedes Mone crack. Bianca Belair made Bianca Belair, not Mercedes fucking Mone. So how you the greatest? What are you the greatest at? You the greatest at eating carrots like a fucking horse because you look like a fucking horse? You the greatest Denver Bronco face having ass girl in the entire world? Yeah, you're the greatest at that. You the greatest out of finessing my homeboy out of $5 every month because he pay for your premium and you ain't showing no pussy. You the greatest at that. But the greatest wrestler of all time? You're on crack. How are you the greatest of all time when you're not even the greatest of your fucking generation? You're not even the greatest women's wrestler that came out of NXT. You're not even the greatest women's wrestler that was in your collective. How are you the greatest wrestler of all time? What have you done for wrestling? The greats shift the business of wrestling. You didn't shift anything. You leech off of what will let you leech off of it. You finesse off of whatever likes getting finessed. That does not mean that you're the greatest of all time. You're the greatest horse of all time. And you come out with that stank ass dance and that stank ass face, and you're wearing fucking a ball gown like you some important person, you're not fucking important, Mercedes. Because if you were important, AEW would be shining. Because you love AEW, right? It's where the best wrestle, right? It's where the greatest wrestler of all time is at, right? Why isn't AEW successful if you're there? The greatest wrestler of all time is there and they're not successful? If John Cena was in AEW, it might be more successful. Triple H, same thing. Shit, even Seth Rollins, same thing. But the quote-unquote greatest women's wrestler or greatest wrestler of all time is there, and they have the lowest numbers they've ever had in their entire existence. All of the women's wrestlers basically look like peons compared to you. Women who have grinded for the AEW brand. Women who have spent their career trying to get to a higher up place. Queen Naminyata, right? Jabinyata. She probably worked hard as fuck to get to where she had in ROH and AEW. And guess what? She jobbed out to you. Homegirl that you faced on Saturday, jobbed out. Britt Baker was basically the women's face of AEW, jobbed out to you. She couldn't even have a damn basic match with you. And then let's talk about your matches. You botch your banks. You forever botching. You can't wrestle, even minimal. You can't do minimal in-ring work. You don't have minimal in-ring work. You have no charisma. You have no character. You have no sense of respect, no sense of kindness. You treat the fans like shit. When you stand next to them, you act like they fucking scum and piss, even though they pay your fucking stank-ass, horse-ass bills. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. I don't give a fuck what Marcus say. I don't give a fuck if Marcus like you. You ain't shit. You're nothing. I'm sick and tired of these wrestling nerds sitting over here with their fucking dicks out, licking and lapping your pussy ass. You ain't shit. You're a terrible person. You ain't got to know somebody to know somebody. I can watch you for 5 months and I can tell you exactly who the fuck you are. TONYKHAN was talking about how you love AEW. You shaking your head. No. How you love the fans. You with your big ass teeth out. Shaking your head. Looking like Mr. Ed with a wig on. Shaking your head. AEW is where the best wrestle. You're fucking a joke. And this video, just because you friends with Bailey and Naomi, this ain't no diss towards them because they grinding for their shit. And I don't give a fuck if they your friends or not. You're not even a good friend. Naomi lost her job because of you. And she had to go to TNA and wrestle a different pace in front of practically nobody. Shout out to TNA. They doing their thing, no? She had to take a step back in her career because of you. Because she wanted to follow her friend. Well, guess what her friend did? Left her in America. You're not a good friend. Every time you accomplish something, your friends show up for you. When Bailey won the championship, he wasn't there. So you are a terrible wife, you're a terrible friend, you're a terrible wrestler, and you're terrible to your boss. You're not an asset to any company. You're not a treasure to any company. You are a fucking jobber. And there are women in this business who can wrestle circles around you. You couldn't hang with Stephanie Vakora, and guess what? Stephanie Vakora is smooth as some Johnny Walker Red. Smooth. She's as smooth as some Johnny Walker Red on a Sunday morning. Stephanie Vakora getting in the ring, it looked like she's been wrestling for 50 years. You get in the ring, it looked like you've been wrestling for 2 days. She outshined you when she was in AEW wrestling for one match, and she outshined you every single night on NXT. Every single night on NXT, Mercedes, I'm going to tell you something. Stephanie Vakora puts on a show that you could never put on. She's a star. Now, though she can't speak English well, she will get there. I hope. or she will be considered a jobber to me if she never understands how to cut a promo. She's a star. And the way she move in the ring, like I said, it's as smooth as Johnny Walker Red, as smooth as a Black and Mild, a casino Black and Mild. I don't smoke Black and Milds, but yeah. She's smooth in the ring, man. You don't got that. You just come out and do that stanky ass dance to that stupid ass theme song with a stupid ass gear on and a stupid ass wig on. And what do you accomplish? Who do you help? You say you wanna improve the women's wrestler in AEW, but you have done nothing but kill it. And I wouldn't be surprised if Triple H, the biggest finesser, because he a finesser too, because he finessed Vince McMahon out of his goddamn job, out of his company. I ain't gonna lie to you. And his daughter. I wouldn't be surprised if Triple H told your ass, hey, look. See if you can go book yourself over there. And book yourself better than all the women's wrestlers, and that's going to make them want to come over here. I wouldn't be surprised. Do I think that's it? No, because I think Mercedes is too selfish to do anything like that. Just like she walk around with them TBS titles and the New Japan Strong, that shit don't matter, bro. When you're a champion and you walk around with a belt in the business of wrestling, it has to be a belt that's worth something. Anything other than that is a toy. You walking around with them two women's titles, and one of them is a jobber title on one company, and the other one is a jobber's title on the other company. Maybe Tony Khan might not have got finesse, but he might be smart because he ain't put you in the main title picture because he knows you're a jobber. You don't deserve to be a world champion. You were a terrible world champion in WWE, terrible champion in New Japan, a terrible champion in AEW, terrible champion in NXT. I don't see it. So for those who watch this video and are Mercedes Mone fans, eat a dick. If you don't like it, eat a fucking dick. I don't give a fuck. This is a special requested video, so I'm going to say whatever the masked up motherfucking marks I want to say. I say whatever the masked up motherfucking marks I want to say. She's a terrible champion, a terrible person, a terrible wrestler. Shouts out to the AEW Pack Smokers. Happy motherfucking birthday to my dog, Marcus Brown, also known as Marcus Mone, Mercedes Mone's husband. Why he wants to be with her, I have no fucking clue. That's not none of my business. You know the mask line, keep the baddies. Leave a comment in the comment section. Tell us if you hate us. Tell us if you love us. We going live tonight at 8 p.m., so be there and don't be a motherfucking square. Shouts out to the AEW Pack Smokers, the Mask Line, the Dogs of Devastation, and the Black Horsemen, also known as the Black Horsemen Podcast. Fuck Tony Khan. Fuck AEW. Fuck Mercedes Mone. This is the last video I'm doing about her this year. So Mercedes, please, 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 don't do nothing stupid because I don't want to make no more motherfucking videos about you. I don't. I'm over you. I'm ready for you to get out of the business of wrestling and just become a fucking actress or something. You don't need to be wrestling anymore. Matter of fact, you're making my video go longer than it needs to be. Fuck Tony Khan. Fuck AEW. Fuck Mercedes Mone. Like I said before, I'm out this.
Let's dance a bit. Drink some more. You say you ain't doing good, you know I always know. Let's dance a bit.